From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And Xavier Worthy with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Chiefs go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. First down, they'll start out with Wright. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Dupree. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Wright will take it in for the Giants touchdown.
And that is a great answer here offensively in this first quarter. You start the game flat, your defense gives up a quick touchdown, but you turn right around and take it down the field yourself quickly and finish with the touchdown run. This could be a game of offense. We've seen 2 sharp drives in the first few minutes.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7. Looking to throw. Dupree. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Patrick going to change the play. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Mahomes now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Giants are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
They'll work the middle here with Wright.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass. So 4th from the bottom, Charles.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window. Because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. And they'll go right back to Wright.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Dupree. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Waddle's first catch, good for a 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dupree.
A quick throw there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Dupree.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Back to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The slot man in motion right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1.
Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco on the read option.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The Chiefs at 12-3 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mahomes going to change things up. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long.
They go play fake. Mahomes steps away. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A give right side for Pacheco.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 3.
Attack! Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Running left to give to Pacheco.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chiefs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
The point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Dupree. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Dupree. And he is caught. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Giants.
Malik Neighbors, as the first half is winding down. And the Giants have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Easy. Come back.
Now Mahomes. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Hey, 43. Yellow. Hey, riblet. Yellow.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
1 second, all that remains.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick across midfield. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Dupree.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Fielded at the 20.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Yellow, yellow.
He'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Yellow.
3rd and 2.
Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday. Hero 15.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now 2nd and 9.
Yellow, yellow. 15, 15. Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A give to Pacheco off the option. Shedding through the defense. Refusing to go down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Yellow, 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 yellow. 15, 15.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Mahomes going to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Yellow. 15. Attack, attack! Yellow! 15! Hard time!
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Hey, color! Fight on these two, fight on these two!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, 43, 15.
They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14.
When you think about it, that's a pretty important second-half field goal, Charles. That now stretches this to 2 possessions and really kind of ratchets up the pressure on that opposing sideline.
It certainly does, because that interception and adding a field goal to it, that puts them in firm control of this game right now. They're about one more big stop from putting this thing absolutely out of reach.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dupree. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play.
15.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
74 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Yellow. Hero 15.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing now for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it,
Attack!
Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there. 39 yards.
And the Chiefs get an important score there to extend their lead here this fourth quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Yellow.
They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Xavier Worthy.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. A pitch back to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And Mahomes going to run again. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards. And now a decision here on 4th and 1.
Come back.
Mahomes takes it himself. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able. And my goodness, another interception. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff. Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Pacheco headed right. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Hey, yo, go. Fire down these two.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Again, it's Pacheco. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Here's Mahomes now on the option right. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Once more, it's Pacheco. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the